It's happening currently. This is going to occur. Right now, I believe we are live. Are we live? I hope so. This should be live. Am I speaking to people or just myself? Hello, Alexander. You got here fast. You were ready to go. You expected this. You were down. Hello. I'm just getting this shared places because after all this time, I'm still not very good at getting my live stream started. I should get better. We're not there. Wow, yes, you are early to the point where I'm talking to you, Jack. How's your day going? I want to know everything about it. Let me just alert people that we are live by going on Discord, putting it in the place, and doing the thing. Let's go. All right. Hello, new video discussion. Paste the URL. At notifications wanted. Going live. Live, exclamation point, period, boom. No, I did not add an extra period. That would have been a mistake. But let's talk. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's day going? I'm snowed in. It's icy here. We're in an ice storm. And this is very, very tragic times. I was supposed to do some things today that were going to have like big ramifications for the rest of my life. But all those appointments were canceled because my entire city currently, as we are speaking now, is a sheet of ice. So that stuff is not happening. And instead, I figured I'd hang out with you for a bit, talk about my recent video that happened where I was like, hey, let's talk about the top 10 fantasy series and sci-fi series of all time. Because, that's an important thing to do. That's a good thing. We need to do that. All right. So what's this? What are people saying? Hello from Berlin. Hello back to Berlin. Frozen here. Frozen here too, Sabrina. Frozen here too. Very relatable. Yeah, it's 80 here in Florida, Bill. Bill, I'm jealous. Bill, I'm very, very jealous, Bill. I want it to be 80 here. Instead, it's below freezing. Hi from Egypt. I've been to your country. It's lovely. Oh, it's a lovely country. Hello from Florida, where I just went out in shorts and a t-shirt. Can I move in with you? Is that too much to ask? I feel like I've asked you weirder things, Potato, so I'm just going to leave it out there and you decide. Hey there, mate. University update. I've been given a PhD offer. Ryan, yeah! But now I just need to find funding and match the minimum grade requirements. Ryan, you're going to do it. Ryan, I have faith. For those of you who have not been paying attention here on the channel, there has been an emotional journey where we have followed Ryan's education, and I am thrilled for Ryan today. Oh, that's good to hear. Everyone, put ones in the chat for Ryan. Give him ones, not Fs. Fs is like sad thing. Ones is good because he's #1 student right now. And if anyone out there has a PhD program to offer, just give it to him. Why wouldn't you? He's Ryan. He's Ryan. He's awesome. Look at all these ones, Ryan. That is specifically for you. I thought you were saying -10 to Ryan for a second. -10 in Germany. Wow, it's cold. I didn't know Germany got that cold often. All right. I haven't left my house in 5 days. Now I have to work too close. Oof, that's rough. Here, let me read this. Let me read this in the proper tone. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna do this better. All right. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. I haven't left the house in 5 days. I feel like I had to read it like that. Okay. Thank you for amusing me or letting me amuse myself. Beer money for me. I will spend that tonight. I will get a beer tonight on that. Look at all these ones for you, Ryan. That's your accomplishment right now. I hope you're killing it. And thank you so much, Adri. I appreciate it. Look at this one for you, Ryan. Look at this series of ones. Or 100. Nope, that's 1,100,000. Not saying that. Have you read The Golden Queen by David Wolverton? I have not. Maybe I've heard of that. I don't know. I've heard a lot of names, but possibly. Thanks, guys. You're welcome, Ryan. You also got some 2s from Sarah, so that's allowed. Hello from Ireland. Hello back to Ireland. I spent a long time in your country, nearly a year. And it was one of the best years of my life. Ireland is genuinely extraordinary. Words hard. Words are hard, and I have had a very loose day. So all right. So okay, let's get into this real quick. I recently, upon a tither, that was a thing I said, upon a day, released a video where I was like, hey, let's go over my top 10 sci-fi fantasy series of all time. And I did so. It was much fun. 2021 started with a good video there. Not that it was the first video of 2021. And as time went on, as things progressed, I already read that. People had problems with said video and they had questions. Some very specific questions, and I will answer. When's Warhammer? Soon. Let's see. Hold up. Sorry, I'm from Montreal, and others commenting about weather is cute. Big fan, though. Yeah, you win. Unless someone is from like northern Sweden, you win. And so I wanted to answer some questions about that list because it had some. Also, thank you for the dono, Serafina. Great name. Hello from Murica. Hello back to Murica. And you only mentioned 2 sci-fi in the list. Meagles, I know. Well, okay. Yes, fantasy definitely dominates the series list, but in terms of the individual standalone book list I'm working on for the top 10 sci-fi fantasy, sci-fi is dominating pretty hard as well. So I think that's actually just a general truth, though. Like, fantasy has better series in general, speaking grand generally, and sci-fi has better standalones. Fight me if you think I'm wrong. I can be wrong. You can fight me. Throw down some fisticuffs. Let's go. I will fight all 574 of you that are here. But you know, that's just my genuine thoughts. And you're not legally allowed to tell me I'm wrong. That's illegal. That's actually illegal, guys. I will call the police and I will have you arrested. So I'm just saying. So putting out there, I'm not above putting my audience in prison. So it's just, I put my interpretation of this. I don't know. So I've been cooped up in the house for days. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. All right. We got a couple here. Hello from Poland. You're doing a great job here. Really waiting for your book. Big announcements on Book Monday, Michael. Mitchell. That's a really complex name. There's a lot of vowels and consonants. It's a little intimidating, but I'm going to try. Michel Jogodowski. I think I said it at least pretty cool, so that works. So big updates Monday. You're going to get into lit RPGs, more into One Piece. Both, hopefully, eventually. But One Piece first, because I need things that are happy in my life right now. Oh, man. Let's see. You are correct. I am not an individual. Oh, yeah, there's 2 roosters. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this. Let's go ahead and jump into this correction, or not correction, just commentary on. Hey guys, thoughts on Attack on Titan season 4 so far? Best season yet. I don't know. I should have said wait for the review. Damn it. All right. Anyway. Okay. So number 10, we had His Dark Materials. I don't have a whole lot to say here aside from it's very, very, very good. His Dark Materials is wonderful. Do you like how much effort I put into this slide, by the way? This is a very effort-filled slide. So that's all I'm saying. Guys, keep WandaVision spoilers out of the chat. I will put the ban hammer on your little bottoms so fast if you spoil that brilliant show for people. I will say, I am loving WandaVision. It's so good. And I did not think Marvel would be as bold with that show as they're being. But they're being pretty bold. So, yes. All right. Yeah. Great slide. Great. Whoa. There is a mistake in this slide. Let's fix this real quick. Let's at least make the color match. Bam. Boom. Now it's a high quality slide. That's a good slide right there. What games have you played recently? I tried playing Hades. It was really good, but I got burned out on it, so I didn't finish. And obviously, I've still been messing around a little bit of Cyberpunk. But mainly, I've been just hanging out with my friends that are like little COVID pods. So like we chill with each other, not many other people to like keep it kind of safe. And we played a lot of Mario Party. Drinking and playing Mario Party will never not be a blast. Same thing with Mario Kart. Let's see. I am tossing a coin to my goblin. Well done, Daniel. Thank you for the coin. Here, I caught it. I got the coin. Why do you people like me? All right. All right. So we have this at number 10. This is number 10. And I think this is pretty well earned. I like that it's sitting here and having a good representation for younger fantasy, something that I am pretty happy with in terms of most people seemed okay with it. I didn't really see many people who were like pissed that there was like this on the list. Honestly, like why would people be super mad? His Dark Material is pretty widely loved. All right, then we're gonna move on to the next one here. Number 9, I think this is number 9 we had Murderbot. Bots were murdered. I think some people were surprised to see it bump this high. I just absolutely love this series. I relate to the character extremely hard. And I am very happy that my audience has been constantly putting comments and messages that they also have enjoyed this series once they picked it up. But a few people be like, no, it wasn't for them. But hey, that's great. All right. Guys, if you keep putting, I'm just going to go ahead and start blocking a bunch of people who keep putting the same thing again and again. I'm seeing people spam to get attention, and that's like the lamest thing ever. So the guy who keeps commenting, literally just pay me attention. There, you got it. Now you're also blocked from commenting. Goodbye. All right. All right. Then we have Farseer. Pretty much, it's funny. Like, there's people who stop at like book one, because it's a specific writing style you kind of have to vibe with, and then they don't go on, and they're not a huge fan of Farseer. This bothered me a bit, but overall, I want people to finish the series because it gets so much better than the first book. But even the first book is strong. I don't think many people were upset here. If I honestly could redo this, I might drop this a little lower, but I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, Farseer is pretty great, and I think people are pretty excited about that. Then we have Jade City, Jade War. The most common comment I saw about this was that people were like, hey, why isn't this higher? I was scared to put it higher because, you know, it's not done, and there's a few not-finished things out here, but it's just 2 books, and I'm very excited for the third, and it has the potential to go higher, like, let's just say. Let's just say here. Then we had Malazan. This is one I honestly kind of wanted to put higher too, but I just couldn't justify it with how much I struggled early on with it. Like, if I had to be real with myself, I had to be honest. If I had to be like really honest with myself, it's here. It's not higher, though I want it to be higher, as I say. Will I ship my book to Canada? It absolutely should, but the ebook will 100% be available. I know that for sure, but the paperback should as well. Then we had First Law. No comments about this disparaging at all that I saw. Everyone understands First Law deserves to be pretty high. That's good. First Law love. And then at the number 4 spot, we had Cosmere. This is my most high effort slide yet. Got this little thing right here. Look at those little lines. Boop. Oh, I want to get it lined up. There we go. Cosmere, again, I don't really think anyone was mad about this. It's just kind of, a good spot for that. Everyone's okay with this. Who's mad at Cosmere number 4, right? I know, actually, no. I lied to you right now. Some people did give me crap because they were like, hey, you should not lump them all together into one series. And I was like, you know what? I'm still going to do that because otherwise it would take up too much of the list. And I'm already struggling to fit everything I want to here. God, I didn't even fit everything I want to, if I'm being honest. So I'm counting it as one series so that it's not a Brandon Sanderson list. Then we have the Foundation. Mostly I just saw comments of people saying, hey, I need to pick up the Foundation. And I agree. You do. You do need to pick up the Foundation. It's a sci-fi staple, man. Lord of the Rings. The number one comment I saw about this is people saying it should be number 1, or a couple people saying it's extremely overrated. And I don't really think I should change it. I mean, I'm happy with that at my number 2. And then number 1, we had Discworld. And if you've watched my recent Small Gods review, you know exactly why that's here. Anyone fighting me about that? Discworld number 1? Probably. Someone's probably upset somewhere. Someone's furious. And then at the 0 spot, wait, I just want to hold up just real quick. There we go. Yes. Look how pretty it is. The number 0 spot, Wheel of Time. I don't know if you guys have known this, because I've been pretty subtle. I'm a pretty big Wheel of Time fan. Pretty big. I've been subtle about this. Subtle, but I'm a pretty big Wheel of Time fan. And then, okay, main reason I want to do this live stream, main reason, is I want to talk about things I wish I'd added to honorable mentions. And that's going to mainly be Poppy War, Book of the Ancestor. I like moving this. I don't know why. And then Gentlemen Bastards. These 3, I really wish I'd added the honorable mentions. Dark Towers in the honorable mentions. So was a bunch of others that I get. Dresden Files. I really wish I'd put Dresden Files higher, kind of. A little bit, but not 100%. But yeah, that was it. And that's what I wanted to add here. Now we're free to discuss. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Give me your top 10s. I'm happy to hear your top 10s. It can be even your, I don't think you have the character limit. Do a top 10. Give me your top 3. I'm happy for a top 3. That's okay. Earthsea would also be a really good honorable mention. I would not turn my nose up at that, but it wouldn't be in my top 10. Could you do order of reading for new readers 5 through 10 series? What? I'm very confused. Oh, like a how to get into fantasy video? I think I have one of those on my channel. So maybe I could do that. I could do another one, an updated one, because I definitely know more than I used to. Every day you learn something more. Wash the spears. Life is but a dream. Oof. Okay. Emotional moment for the Wheel of Time fans. Sorry. Okay. Read more Farseer. I want you to do more reviews on it. The third trilogy is my fave. I do plan on to, Samantha. I do plan to. Number one, your channel is great, and the reason I started to read Wheel of Time. Oh, thank you so much. Can't wait for your book. I can't either. Here's the thing. I will say things about my book. I know you guys. Okay, I'm getting so many DMs. Oh, wait, hold up. Lord of the Rings, Wheel of Time, Stormlight Expanse. That's a solid list right there. And you have a certain taste. There is a through line there that I can't exactly put into words, but you definitely have a taste. Number one, Lord of the Rings. That's very fair. Harrington, Wheel of Time, Discworld. That's a good one. I like it. I like it. All right. I will say things about my. No, wait, hold up. Hold up. Stormlight Archive, General Ambassador Whiting. No, I saw someone do something I liked. It was bold. It was brash. There we go. Dark Tower, Wheel of Time, Cosmere. Two of those are alike. One of those is very different. So I respect that. You're a man of diversity, or woman, however you identify. Let's see. Wheel of Time, Stormlight, Lord of the Rings. That's probably going to be like the most common combination for this channel. My top three: Stormlight, Warlord Chronicles, The Song of Ice and Fire. Haven't read Wheel of Time or Discworld but are on my TBR. Good. That's a solid TBR to have. Malazan, okay. Books of Babel. Books of Babel is something I want to get to. Okay, I want to say things about my book real quick. I will say things about my book. I have a release date. You will learn Monday. I have. Let's see. I have a release date. I will get to release Monday. I have a cover. And the distribution is almost entirely handled. I've gotten to that. So the biggest hurdles of publishing, I can tell you in hindsight now, are getting your distribution set up. I would say in terms of the headache, writing it was not as much of a headache as getting the distribution done. That's genuine. That's real. Oh my God, that sucked. There are easier ways to do it, but you will not make as much money. So I tried to handle it myself by putting up my ebook in all these different places, trying to make sure like everything's lined up okay. And I also mean, like, I should say not just distribution, but like getting your book ready for distribution as well is a pain. Not that getting the cover done, that's just fun, but like formatting, layout, oh, it sucks. Okay, so that's a genuine thing. And I'm okay with my book. I don't think it's like a 10 out of 10. I know the weaknesses that are there. I've been able to listen through and hear Michael Kramer and Kate Redding read my book now, which is absolutely like the most surreal experience of my life. I got their narration, I listened to it. I could not be more happy. They are just the best of the best of the best at what they do. So I can't wait for the people who are audiobook fans to listen to my book with them narrating it. They did an absolutely sensational job. And yeah, that's the update I'm willing to give in this stream right now. And it should be widely available upon release. I think I've taken all the steps necessary for it to be widely available upon release. But, you know, it's a me by myself releasing a book for the first time ever. There's going to be hiccups in the release process. I'm just going to say that now. So expect those. And I'm sorry if anyone gets affected by them. I'll try and make sure everyone can get it as quickly as they want to. But I'm just being real with you. There's going to be hiccups because I am just a little goblin who's trying to do what I want to do. Do you read books self-published by your own viewers? I'd love to have your opinion when I finish mine, hopefully this year. I'm also excited about your book, though I admit I'm more excited about your novel, your novella. That's fair. I don't. Thank you very much for the super chat. But this is something I've answered a few times to the channel. I do not take requests from reviewers because I just get the sheer volume I get is completely unmanageable, and it would be impossible for me to do that. So instead of trying to, you know, organize thousands of people, I just gotta say I gotta focus what I'm doing, and I can't do that. If I come across your book naturally, wonderful, I'll read it. But I don't do viewer requests like that, unfortunately. But it sucks, but it's just the way it's got to be. I tried to for a while, but it's completely unmanageable, and people get mad. But thank you very much for the super chat. Judgmental bromophobe. I don't know what that means. Wheel of Time, Black Company, Gentleman Bastards, The Expanse, Kings of the Wild, Lord of the Rings. Interesting order. Black Company is something I really need to try again. I didn't give it a good enough of a shot. And a solid one. I'd say there's nothing there I turn my nose up at all. Kings of the Wild, especially, I'd like to see that put in there. That's a delight. That's a delight. Will you ship to Germany? The ebook will definitely be available in Germany. I hope everything else will be as well. Dresden Files, Dark Tower, First Law. You have a specific taste, my friend, and it's showing. Night Lord series by Garen Whited. Ooh, okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. Oh, gosh. It's moving too fast for me. It's moving too fast. All right. Hold up. What are your current thoughts on the Witcher series? I was surprised it wasn't even mentioned. Have you cooled on it some? I'm on book 2 now. Yeah, I cooled on it big time because the story just completely faded from my mind, and I realized all that carried that series for me was like the world and the characters, and the story's just falling apart. So I still do like Witcher quite a bit. Don't get me wrong. I don't think the story's bad. It just does not have quite enough for me to be completely in love with it. First Law, Second Apocalypse, Sandman. That's a good one. That's a good one. And I'm sorry to hate on Witcher. I do love it. I'm not trying to make any fans mad. Top 4, Song of Ice and Fire, Wheel of Time, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. First Harry Potter appearance. And an interesting order. I would have not called that, but that's okay. A Song of Ice, there's not even, I mean, there's some similarities in taste there, but that's a set list. Okay, Brad. Nice job. Cosmere, Gentlemen Bastards, First Law, Honorable Mentions, Witcher, Greenbone Saga. That's okay. You like witty characters. You really like witty characters. I'm going to put that out there now. I feel like. All right, hold up. Daniel, can I get your opinion on this huge, as a huge Lord of the Rings, why the Lord of the Rings is better than Harry Potter? I'm not asking this to fight. I honestly think Harry Potter is better. I just really want to talk with you. Okay, that's fair. Always remember. I'm going to be honest. I think Lord of the Rings is better because the world is well more fleshed out. The characters are more interesting to me. The influence is extraordinary. The depth to the lore and mythology is unrivaled. And the story itself, well, it can be argued that it's rather simple. The story of Lord of the Rings as it plays out. I would say that the depths that you can really dig into once you look beyond the surface level story are just absolutely sensational. And its relevance still today in terms of its theming is borderline unrivaled. I'm not one of these people who claims Harry Potter is bad or tries to say it's a horrible, horrible series now because, the authors decided to do what the author's going to do. But that is my general thoughts there. I hope that makes sense. I just finished the Silmarillion, about to start Stormlight. Thanks to you and Murph for getting me back into reading Love from India. Oh, Love Back to India. And that's an interesting back-to-back reading. All right, let's get into the regular chats here. Let's get some regular chats. We got a lot of top 10s. Oh, man. Let's see. Okay, trying to get to regular. It's literally moving too fast. Okay. Hi, Daniel. Can you recommend me a book/series that will give me warm, fuzzy feelings? Hello from here, cold Sweden. Warm feelings. All right, warm feelings from a book. I'm not going to recommend Discworld. That's too obvious with my obvious put out today. But I will say warm, fuzzy feelings. I'm going to say Redwall. I got Redwall in the brain. And if you want something that's warm, happy, and fuzzy, I love those books so much. Really do. Absolutely adore them. So I'm going to throw Redwall at you. Living in a little garden. That's warm and fuzzy, right? With some animals. Oh, it's so good. What happened to Faithful and the Fallen series by John Gwynne? Nothing happened to it. And I plan on still reading it. Just haven't gotten to it yet. Thank you for recommending Kings of the Wild. Keep up the awesome work. You keep up being awesome. All right. So if you guys want to know my honest take on some stuff, there's been some hiccups in the channel recently. I've been spread very thin. So any mistakes you've seen, I apologize about that. It's basically just been me trying to juggle getting publishing done, uploading as much as I upload, and continuing to read and work on the sequel book. So it's been a lot. It's been quite heavy amount jumped on the shoulders here. But here's the thing. I'm basically through the other side. The book's pretty much done. I just need to wait for it to be released and do some more uploads. Videos will be more consistent, and I'm excited for that. And I'm ready to get this going. So that's all very, very exciting. So don't worry. Yes, there's been some slip-ups, some lower quality videos, and some days where I've been low energy. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Read One Piece. What do you think Okay, never mind. I'm not mad at you anymore. Good troll. What's my book called? Breach of Peace is the title of my book. It's not available yet. It won't be available for a couple more months. Well, now didn't mean to get that out there, but hey, you now know the loose release date. And I will do a unboxing video for my book when I get my first physical copy. I don't even have a physical copy yet. So I don't have it. I don't have it yet. I wish I did. Every day I wake up hoping I got it, and I don't. Yeah, months. Dude, the publication process, trust me, I wish it was sooner too. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to tell you the release date. Don't bait me. But yeah, it's still more than a month out for sure. Cover reveals coming Monday. All right, let's see. Vinland Saga. I've got a lot of recommendations for Vinland Saga continually. Okay, I'm gonna do a poll related to the top 10 series list for you guys. We're gonna do a poll and get your take on top 10 series. What I'm going to do is put my top 10 in. You vote for your favorite of the top 10, and then we see my audience's top 10 version of my top 10. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Sashton, glad you're not dead. Have a good one. I hope that's what the first half of that says. Thank you for the translation, and thank you. I'm glad I'm not dead either, and I'm going to have a good one. Thank you, Elric Ross. That's very. I don't know how to say the first part, but thank you. I hope the translation adds up. All right, so this was just going to be my top 10, and then we're going to see what you guys vote on my top 10, which I want to see. I'm pretty excited for that. I'm not going to add any outside ones because this is just literally you looking at my top 10, and you get to rank my top 10. Beyonders 2, Beyonders, Cosmere, Dresden Files. That's a good solid one from the ones I read there. I wish Dresden had been higher in mine. I want to address this because I made, yep. Did you just 5 for a yep, man? You could have just, thanks. Oh, that's funny. Here's the thing about Dresden. There were a couple of events, and especially the last book, that I have worsening feelings on. I just didn't like how this one big moment was handled without getting into spoilers. And I remembered how much I struggled in the middle bit. So it brought it down to honorable mentions. And I apologize. You got to understand, I still love Dresden. I love Dresden. But it's like something where I'm like, I need to think on it more. So it's in a stasis currently. All right, we're here to have fun. Don't attack me. Don't attack me. All right. We got Wheel of Time, Lord of the Rings, Discworld, Cosmere. Oh boy, what other ones do we have? Can I even remember? I can remember my top 10 off the top of my head. I'm good at this. Me, Brig Brain, Murderbot, Greenbone Saga. What else is in my top 10? Don't tell me. No hints. Wheel of Time, Lord of the Rings, Discworld, Cosmere, Murderbot, Greenbone Saga, Farseer, First Law. Oh, I'm on fire. His Dark Materials. I got this. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm missing 2. Because I actually have 11. Thanks for being awesome. Love your content. Had to reset my password to super chat you. Oh, thank you so much, John. I had to do that too. I reset. I can never remember passwords. Everyone in my family thinks I'm so safe because I'm constantly putting up new passwords. So people are like, oh, he's like really paranoid about really, I just forget my passwords all the time. And I refuse to have like bad ones. So I'm very safe because I forget. I also need Foundation. Okay, so one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which one am I missing? I will look. Malazan, thank you. Okay, that's the last one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, cool. Let's see. Advanced settings. Ooh. Allow multiple choice. No. Voters must enter their name. No. Sure, let's just create this poll. Share. That means I copy. Poll's going to be in the chat. Raven's Mark series. Bobverse. Expeditionary First. Honorable mention Greenbone. Greenbone. Love it. Expeditionary Force. I've wanted to give a little look, but I have not yet. Bobverse, I love anyone who loves Bobverse. It's so, so good. And that should have been in my honorable mentions. Oh, damn. Yeah, thank you so much for putting the super chat. I appreciate you. Okay, so it's been copied. I'm going to paste in the chat. Polls in the chat. Polls in the chat. You got polls in the chat. Polls in the chat. You got polls in the chat. You got polls in the chat. Polls in the chat. Okay, go vote. Go vote. Give Dohorio manga a try. I would love to hear your first impression. I said that wrong. Dohoridorio. Interesting. Dohoridorio. Never even heard of that one. Or does it go by multiple names? Several times here on the channel, people have been like, try this. And I look at it, I'm like, oh, I've never heard that. Then I look into it. And they're referring to it by a different name than it's often used. And I've heard of it or I've read it. Go vote. I need to vote. Which one am I voting for? I guess my actual favorite. So I'll vote for that one. Cool. Let's do live updates. Wow. Wow. Okay. It never ceases to amaze me. It never ceases to amaze me. Brandon's dominance in things like this. It's just, ow. How, man? Oh my Lord. Okay. That's fine. Honestly, I just regret getting stuck in your channel. I'm reading less now while I'm getting through the backlog. You're reading less now. Love from USC. PS. Try Vita Nostra. Wait, why are you reading less now? Oh, because you're watching so many of my videos, I think you're saying. Well, that's really sweet. I appreciate that. Did I accidentally say balls in the chat? Well, if I did, that's sure. All right, so I'm watching the live updates now. 520. Wow, a lot of you have voted. Okay, so I'm putting the straw poll back in. Another round of voting if you want to. Go vote. But this is interesting, the live update. I'm going to keep you guys. Actually, I can key you in. Oh, don't stop sharing that. That's the wrong thing to share. Share screen. Application window. Bam. Check that out. That's the poll. We can watch it live. Look. Okay, we're watching it live. Cosmere just killing it. It's killing it. And it's impressive that Cosmere's doing that. And it's that Cosmere is pulling over 30% with 11 options. And amazingly, it's over 10% ahead of Lord of the Rings. I thought Lord of the Rings would be the clear winner. I thought it would be an easy dunk for Lord of the Rings, and it's not. Wow. This, to hear you say Legend is the greatest 80s movie. Legend is the greatest 80s movie. There, I gave it to you. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. And that's a podcast reference, I believe, for my podcast, A Fictional Conversation, though I'm not entirely sure. Maybe this person just likes Legend. I recommend you check out my podcast, A Fictional Conversation. We have another episode going up Monday. Thank you. See you, Mosher. For the love of God, listen or read Expeditionary Force by Craig Allis. That's on my sci-fi list. I'm going to try and do Sci-Fi September this year, so that could be interesting. Is this still going? People are still voting right now, so don't worry. Expeditionary Force will be done. Let's see. Thanks for getting my wife and I into Sanderson. Have you ever read the Unhewn Throne trilogy? If so, what do you think? I've not, but that sounds interesting. Unhewn Thrones mean chaos, fighting, conflict. And I'm so glad you and your wife got into Sanderson. He's so enjoyable. I will throw the poll in one more time because I saw one guy asking for it, and that's not the poll. I accidentally added a V to the end of the link. So I will give it to you for him. It's back in the chat. It's back in the chat. It's back in the chat. All right, and then we will wrap this up, and I'll turn off the auto refresh, and then we will know the final answer. All right, auto refresh is off. I'm going to turn it on, and then off again. Okay, we're at 628 votes. Let's look at this. Let's look at this closely. All right, wow, closely. Cosmere at number 1, 32%. That's very impressive. I'm genuinely surprised at that. Lord of the Rings 20, an impressive showing still, especially with 30% already taken up. Let's see. Then we have Wheel of Time, which that's pretty obvious in my audience at almost 14%. Then we drop off to 7% with First Law. Malazan's right behind that at almost 7%. Discworld, good. Love that strong showing there. His Dark Materials, love it. Farseer, Foundation, Greenbone, Murderbot. That's nothing there is too surprising, I think, after the first few. So I think that's because, we have the much lesser known ones to almost more well-known ones, and classics aren't going to do as well because my audience is around my age. Okay. I'd love to see a non-sci-fi fantasy favorite video. My favorite is still Alice, a woman about Alzheimer's, love from Ireland. So that's a good book. Also, I think it's a good book. I haven't read it. I just know why I said that. But I did do that video, but I'm so sci-fi fantasy brainwashed, I accidentally made 2 of them sci-fi without thinking. So I don't know if I physically can, Dylan. Maybe I can't. I'm a broken human being when it comes to literature. Oh my God. Speaking of epic fantasy, how come vampires, witches, and werewolves are not usually the main characters? It's always warriors, wizards, and travelers. Well, there's a stigma around them in literature. You must understand, Jimmy. Jimmy Jonathan Lee. That is an amazing name. I love your name. So vampires, witches, and werewolves are often portrayed as the villains. And so typically, majority of the time throughout the history of literature, they've been thrown into the antagonist role, or even just like a side soft antagonist kind of thing. You, it sounds like, have a passion for things that are starring werewolves, witches, warlocks. That would be wonderful. I don't know. Then beyond that, they should be. I think books about witches should be more fun and more frequent, and they should be the good guys. Because historically, witches were just innocent people who got murdered. I love your channel. Thanks for always making our days brighter with good humor and great book analysis. Oh, thank you, Eric. That's really nice. Can't wait to read Breach of Peace. Oh, you're so nice. I love you immediately. Let's get married in the Congo. Why did that country come to my head? Let's see. Have you read the Duncton Chronicles? One of my favorite series. I have not. Let's see. Lord of the Mysteries by Cuttlefish that loves diving in an amazing what web novel? It's a Victorian-like setting with dose of mysticism. That sounds. What did I just read? My brain like stopped. Like my brain like halfway through reading that just went like okay, I'm gonna try this again. The Lord of the Mysteries by Cuttlefish that love diving is an amazing Chinese web novel. Okay, I got through it that time and my brain didn't quit on me, so that's good. I think I need to read that just based off the name. Is that allowed? Is that even worse than reading something based off of the cover? I'm not sure. Ever since watching your channel, my TBR is huge and I can't keep it up, but I love them all so much. Here's the thing, Connor. Would you rather have that or would you rather have no books to read? Tricky. I think you'd rather have the TBR. You're welcome. Okay, sorry. Let me get back to these. I think I accidentally skipped a few. My bad. Would you consider Deathstalker for Sci-Fi Month? Cheesy, fun space opera by Simon R. Green. I've seen, because of Red Letter Media, I've seen the movie Deathstalker. Is it like that? Because if so, I don't want to, because that was a bad movie. But if it's a good, well, yeah, that was a fantasy movie on their show. So yeah, okay, it's definitely different then. So maybe. I can't promise, Gordon, but I like your profile picture. I can't give a lot, but I love your channel, and you have inspired me to read more and write. Oh, that's amazing. Just got First Law and Dark Tower. Super excited. Great. Oh, those are two solid reads and definitely in a similar vibe. So you have a strong taste, which I always love. Okay, so I'm glad. Okay, that's like the best compliment people can say to me is like, you've gotten me to start writing. I can't. That's amazing. That's amazing. Live signing sessions. I can't do that. I can't, unfortunately. I can't sign books. So maybe I'll do like a high tier Patreon thing where I can send out signed copies to my high tier Patreon. That might be a thing I can do. Let's see. Stop marrying people, Daniel. Well, Max, let's get married in Canada. I chose Canada this time. I'm going with C countries, apparently. Not C tier, like starting with the literal letter C. Alistair, thank you so much for the 5. And how dare you complain about having a big TBR? There was times, Connor, where there were no books to read. None. Empty shelves everywhere. I imagine there were still shelves. People were like, we need these bookshelves for down the road. Can we open a goblin bar together? Lester, yes. Only if everyone in chat promises to come and get several drinks. Fun fact, Brian Jacques worked as a truck driver, which familiarized him with the various British cultures the animals have in Redwall. That's amazing. Is that true? Okay, I can't just believe things that people say to me in chat, but I hope that's true. I'm going to fact check that. I like that a lot. Will you read the Book of Dust trilogy? Yes, that is on my TBR for sure. I really love Pullman. Discworld, Dresden Cosmere is my top 3. You like happy stuff. I just started Brandon's books of Wheel of Time, but I expect it to come second when I finished. Ooh, that's a bold claim. Let's see. Are you planning on reading Iron Gold soon? Yes, that's one I really want to read, but there's so many other books I've been promising to read. Like I can't push it up and like I'll disappoint people if I do. So I'm like, I want to get to that really bad. Oh, it's so good. But like I have to, it's like it's right there. It's right over the edge. And I'm like, I got to get to you, but I can't. So it'll probably be middle of the year. But if we're being like completely honest, it's going to be like middle of the year probably. Also, thank you for the 10. That was great. And Eskil, I'm glad I read that. Canada, represent. Canada's the most romantic country. Disagree. Tropical countries are the most romantic. Oh, yeah. My dyslexic butt made a mistake. All right. Daniel doesn't like Narnia. No, I do not particularly like Narnia. We promised to come. Good, deleted user. I'm happy. Just read a comment I'm not going to click on. Have you read The School for Good and Evil? It's on my shelf. I don't think I've read it yet, though. No. Oh, my God. Something weird happened the other night. Okay, this is weird. Okay, there's a lot of... Okay, I'll get to these super chats, and I'm going to say a weird thing. It's going to be weird. For more love for Guy Gavriel and Robin Hobb. Agree with both of those strongly. Robin Hobb is criminally underread, even for being as famous as she is. Wheel of Time question. Please don't be a spoiler. Should I skip some of the later books like Crossroads Cut? People say pacing. No. No. Jimmy, I complimented your name. How dare you? They are all good books. The Slog is not bad books. It's just rougher to read. Read them. How dare you? Thank you for the 5. What level of end-of-the-world threat would make you accept a chosen one who eats babies? Well, end-of-the-world threat is end-of-the-world threat. So I guess I'd have to be like, all right, if the only way for the world not to end is for you to eat babies, I guess we gotta be okay with you eating babies. But yeah, it has to be at that level, though. What just happened? Okay, thank you for the 10. I appreciate it. Good question, because it was original. Where are live ship traders? Thrawn many in your queue. Live ship traders is pretty soon. That I can tell you. Live ship traders is something I'm going to get to pretty soon. I would say probably by the end of next month I will get to. Yes, for sure. Oh my God, I just got kicked further down. Okay. Which Cosmere protagonist would you say is your least favorite? Adolin. I've made that pretty apparent. I'm just not a huge... everyone keeps they're saying I should like Adolin, and then they give me the definition of a side character or a supporting character, and they're like, he's just a supporting character. Yeah, he's a supporting character. I just don't like him much as a supporting character. Simple as that. But yeah, that definitely. Would you ever consider doing book critiques for people looking to get published? We answered this earlier today in the chat, and we answered this several times in emails and stuff. I get asked all the time. I don't do stuff for people like that because it just becomes so overwhelming. So many people send books, so many emails, so I have to have a blanket no. I try to read at least a couple indies every month, or I'm going to at least do one every month this year for sure. And if I happen to come across someone who's in my audience who's self-publishing, looking to get published, wonderful. I love doing that, but I can't put that out there because then it becomes ungodly inundating. But trust me, there's no one I love and respect more than people struggling to get published right now, because I'm me and I'm doing through it and I am struggling a lot. So I get it and I respect y'all immensely. Wheel of Time, Demon Cycles, Dresden Files. Need to get to Demon Cycles. That one's been around for ages on my radar. Will you ever review The Neverending Story? Oh, why have I never even thought of that? I totally should. Thank you, Carrie. Yes, absolutely. That's something I should do. Have you ever read the Cycles by... No, I have not. I find it sad there's only 2 videos about on YouTube. No, I have not. But that is sad. We need to get more content for there. Twilight was the reason I started reading Wheel of Time. Love both equally. Twilight the book or Crossroads of Twilight? Both are confusing answers, but I'll accept them. But all right, Alistair. I appreciate that. Adolin is an overrated Casanova. Okay, that's fair. Love your channel. You've inspired me back into reading and writing, and some small part of me making my own Wheel of Time based YouTube channel soon to come. Yes! Oh, I love that. It's such a welcoming community. You will adore it. Okay, I need to get through these. I just finished Eye of the World, about to start The Great Hunt. Just wanted to ask and make sure the whole series, one long story, correct? Yes, it is, Zach. It's one long... Well, technically, no. Well, yes. New Spring is a prequel that's not in that story, but it's definitely in that story. It's a precursor. It's a prequel in every sense of the word. So kind of yes, no, yes, 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 yes. I have energy today. You should read something by Megan Durr. She's a really good fantasy and alternate world writer with a focus on LGBTQ+ romance. She's also self-pub after her last publisher went under. Oh, that's too sad to hear. But okay, that's actually a name I've heard before. The next book I'm reading, I think you guys are going to get a review for Son of the Storm pretty soon. I'm really excited to get this one. It was sent to me by Orbit, and I want to get that one. But the next self-pub is going to be Pawn's Gambit by Rob J. Hayes. Love Rob J. Hayes. That guy's done so much for the community. Okay, we're caught up on Super Chats. Oh, I can tell you the weird thing that happened the other night. Okay. I went to bed reading a book, okay, as I often do. I'll have a book. I fall asleep. It falls in my chest. Yay. I know for a fact I fell asleep reading it. It was on my chest. I felt it when I kind of woke up at a couple points in the night. I was like, oh, I feel it. It's near me, whatever. I don't care. I'll bend the pages. It was just an old book. It's paperback, whatever. When I woke up, that book was back on my bookshelf. I live alone. Either I slept walk, someone broke in and put it back for me without doing anything else. Pips has capabilities I'm unfamiliar with. No, those are the options. I'm leaning I possibly slept walked, or I just got up in the middle of the night and don't remember it, and for some reason decided I had to put it back on the shelf. It's bugging me. because I don't remember getting out of my bed. Like I definitely had no like signs that I'd gotten out of my bed. There's also the possibility someone broke in and put it back. I don't think that one's possible. Like there's no way. I have a little barricade at my door. Like I'm good, but still, I'm scared. I need to figure that out. Totally agree with you on Adolin. He went from an ignorant and shallow light eyes to, oh, but now we're going to care about him. It's not that necessarily. It's just he hasn't done enough narratively for me to really love him. I need something. I need him to accomplish something on his own that's not just in support of someone else, which I know that's the point of supporting character, but to me, a good supporting character has a balance. And he has not shown me that balance yet. Have you read James Shogun? No, I have not. World-building character story masters and early influence by Stephen King. Wow, I've never, okay. Even by Stephen King is also something that's going to get my attention. Cheers, Daniel. Thank you so much for the 20. But James Clevel's Shogun. Let me write that down. I have someone who helps me, and she takes down all of these, but I just want to look that up by the end of this. There we go. All right, we have that down now. All right, thank you. You guys just got to know it's a wait if you're trying to get something on my list. It's a wait. You might graduate if you're in school. Do you ever read ebooks or only paperback? I do read ebooks. I have the cheapest, most simple Kindle you can get. It's several years old. I was just reading on it, so it's not in here anymore where it should be. But yeah, I do occasionally do that. It was Pips. A lot of people saying Pips, Pips, Pips. It is definitely Pips. Come here, Pips. Where are you, buddy? Oh, my brother's FaceTiming me. This is awkward timing. He doesn't know that I'm live right now. I probably should not pick up. He often just answers with vulgarities because that's how our relationship is. I'm just going to text him, currently live. Love my brother to death. He can't join the live stream. Thank you so much, Chris. Good Batman sign. Supposedly, if you wake up and fall back asleep in less than 2 minutes, your brain just doesn't add it to your memory. Is that? I don't think that's right, because I've definitely woken up and fallen back asleep in under 30 seconds. So I remember it. Always love your work. You make days less sad. Oh, thank you, Jimmy. Love Pips. Top 3 horses from Wheel of Time. Mandar, Bella, and... I wanted to say Hopper, but I'm not allowed to say Hopper. I can't say Hopper. But I don't know. Mandar, am I saying Mandar right? I don't know. All right. Hopper. I'm not allowed to say Hopper, but I'm still doing it. Okay, I just read that one. I'm not drunk. You're drunk. Which couple in fantasy is your favorite, and which book has the best romance? Love from Chechnya. Oh, that's so cool. Hello, Chechnya. Sea countries. What's up? Honestly, I've said this a few times. I love the romance at the core of his Dark Materials. I think it's absolutely brilliant. So I would say that one for sure. Have you read anything by Wildboat, John C. McCrae, especially Twig? No, but that is actually on my TBR. That I know for sure. I was going over it about 2 weeks ago, and that name definitely sticks out. There's literally, you have to understand though, hundreds of authors on my TBR. Witcher romance? Yeah, Witcher's another good one. What swords do I have behind you? Are we about to do a sword reveal? Let's do it. So from back when I was a fencer, I fenced. Yes, I am that boring. I have my saber, my pistol grip foil, my foil. I was a pretty good fencer for my age. I think I stopped when I was like 12 or 13. That's the end of a foil. It has a little electric thingy, so when you point people and they have electrodes on their vest, it counts it. So I have some foils and a saber. The saber makes the best noise when you swing it. I don't know if you can hear that. It's very swishy. Sorry, we got a super chat. Hold up. We're doing a sword showcase. This is important sword time. I'm working on a fantasy book with centaurs and banshee as central characters. Am I wasting my time working on something like that? No, you're never wasting your time when you're writing, ever. I would say there's definitely, I want to see more creatures like that in my fantasy. So you're already appealing to me, man. Absolutely. Oh, wait, did they say LGBTQ plus romance and I just missed that? I am so sorry. Did I miss that? Did I just absolutely just, which couple is the best? Oh, no, they just asked for best romance. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Someone said like LGBTQ, like I missed it. No, they just asked for best romance. There are some amazing LGBTQ plus romances, but Let's see, hold up. DG, new to the channel. Thanks for getting me through a busy work week. Awesome. Can you speak on whether you generally prefer fantasy over sci-fi and why? I used to have strong answers to that, but now genre basically means nothing to me. Like, it really doesn't. I think there's certainly obviously tropes and things that come with genre, but it's mostly marketing. I mean, there's so many books I read and they're labeled as like sci-fi fantasy stuff, but it's like, no, there's strong other elements. And I don't know. If you had to put a gun to my head, obviously it's fantasy now. I would rather reread the fantasy series I've read. So, but yeah, I think there's immense overlap, and a lot of things are actually sci-fantasy now. Cosmere, you can argue, is sci-fantasy. Wheel of Time certainly is sci-fantasy if you get to know it well enough. So yeah, to me, it's a blending. It's a blending. Okay. We also then have a lightsaber, because every nerd must own a lightsaber. I'm pretty sure that's a law. Pretty sure. Like 85%. All right. Then I have a Roman Gladius. Bought this one when I was in high school because I was like, I'm a edgy sword boy. So I just had it lugging along with me for a long period of time. Man, just having it lugging along. Did you ever look into The Wandering Inn by Pirate Abe? The author has over. Yeah, I did look into that. The problem is, like, I have a really hard-ish time getting into stuff that's like web series because they're so frequently posted and I don't know how to review them. But that is like top of the web series ones. That I need to get into Lit RPG, need to get into web series, need it more into anime. Like, there's a lot of that going on the channel. You'll see videos that are clearly me testing the waters. Like my One Piece one was kind of me testing the waters for anime and manga, and it went really well. So there's probably going to be more of me dabbling into that. You guys have to be written for ready for me to be negative. Largely infused by Murmur. I've spent 21 so far binging through Brandon Sanderson back catalog, and I'm having a wonderful time. Everyone who does that does. There's never been one non-Brandon Sanderson fan ever. That's actually a fact. You and Mike's book reviews got me back into reading. I have a reading and comprehension problem, so it takes me longer to read. You're inspirational. Dude, that's amazing to hear. And the fact that you're still into reading is absolutely awesome. I'm severely dyslexic. I'm right there with you. It took me so long to learn to read at the level I should be. It was not until I was in my teens that I could read at the level everyone around me could. And part of the way I got there was just getting addicted to books and just being like, I wanted these stories, so I got to read. You're amazing. So good on you for doing that, and keep it up. Like, some advice, and start writing just your own for fun. Don't need to show anybody. Just write stuff that you enjoy. Trust me, it'll help. It's awesome. Have you ever run such review? No, I've not. I've not. Thank you though for the money. Don't know. Whatever is polite to say on YouTube. I don't know. Rustage is here. How's it going, Rustage? Love you, buddy. He is very good at chess, and he beat my ass thoroughly, repeatedly. So Rustage is great. He's an anime. If you're anime, you don't know Rustage. That's how. All right. Next sword I have is a saber. This is a marine replica saber that someone gave to me at some point. It's the sharpest sword I have. I don't know if you can see the sharpness, but it's pretty sharp. Can you imagine someone just came into the live stream right now? This is the first thing they see. That's a weird first thing to see. All right. Okay. I do need to make an apology real quick to the One Piece fans in the crowd. I know what I did wrong. It's Luffy, not Luffy. I apologize. I'm sorry. I should have said it right. I even watched the show, and I'm sure they were saying it right. It just did not stick in my dumb brain, and I deeply apologize. So there will be, but for now, I will just keep saying Luffy to make people mad. I just started Powder Mage, and Thomas is giving me serious young Dalinar Blackthorn. Yeah, that's very fair. He's not a good person, but he's totally diff. I think that's actually a really good comparison. I haven't heard that made before, Sophia. That's a good comparison. Yeah, I actually think there's a lot of overlap for enjoying Stormlight and Powder Mage. I think Stormlight's a bit better, but that's my subjective opinion. But Powder Mage slaps, and I think it has a lot of that big appeal. And this is my favorite sword that I own. It was given to me by Papa Green, my father, the wonderful man that he is. I believe it's a replica of a French lord's sword. I just dented my wall a little bit. It's okay. Very heavy, by far the heaviest sword I have. Really just swings at my Mac as much as I can. This thing, it's really dull though. Like I can just saw away at my arm, hack and slash, nothing gonna happen. To me, this always kind of looked like a sword eater sword, the kind that the sword eaters like do. But those are all my swords. Those are the swords that I own. See, do you hear how heavy that was? This is a heavy boy. It's a good boy. It's a good sword. I am a sword collecting guy. I know it's nerdy, but I'm not really ashamed of that part of myself now, am I? I make my money being a professional dork, and I like being a dork. Okay. What's your favorite I've never played Final Fantasy, and I know that's people are going to be mad. Hi, Daniel. Thanks to you, I've started Lies Lock Lamora, and I'm a huge fan. Good. Cheers from Germany. Oh, is it translated to German, or are you reading it in English? Your English is fine, it seems, so I imagine it could be both. Is Star Wars sci-fi or fantasy? I think it's fantasy in space, personally, because the Force is magic. It's sci-fantasy. I just do that cop-out answer because I don't like these genre arguments. My brother accidentally got banned from my live stream comments, apparently, because one of my mods didn't realize it was my brother, and he was like harassing me, but he's my brother, so he's allowed to. So he's mad about that. Brothers! So I don't know. I need to go in and see if I can unban him. Okay. Let's see. Papa Green. Yeah, much love for my father. He's great. Let's see. You introduced me into Discworld. My partner and I are going through them together and loving it. Thanks for introducing us. Oh, great. To our favorite fantasy. Isn't it freaking spectacular? Thank you, Spencer, for the dono. And yeah, it's so fun. I need lighthearted and like enjoyable right now in my life. And it's filling that. Oh, it's filling it beautifully. Let's see. Daniel, my dude, are you forged in fire? You look like you should be. I think fire hurts me. So I have a couple scars from accidentally burning myself. So to that, I'm good. Thank you, though. Let's see. Recommendation for reviewing One Piece. It's divided into 9 sagas, around 100 chapters each. Saga is equivalent to 1 book. Might want to keep that in mind. I know. I actually do. I know. I've learned my lesson from manga. Finish the arcs. They do arcs. I'll finish arcs before I do reviews. I mainly did that One Piece review so early on, so quick, because I liked it so much right away. And everyone was saying it's going to take me so long to enjoy it. And I didn't want to forget that feeling, like immediately just being like, this is wondrous. Like, it's great. So I mainly did that review just to have like no, this is wonderful. It's really enjoyable. So that was why that was there. Let's see. What did you think of Warbreaker? I just finished it and was impressed by how much Brandon was able to put in standalone. It's no longer a standalone. A sequel is planned. That Brandon announced a while ago. I think Warbreaker is probably in his top 5 books. I really, really like Warbreaker, and thank you for the dono. Hey, man, someone mentioned Worm and Wandering Inn, so have you read Mother? No, I've not. I consider Star Wars fantasy. A lot of people do. Swords are just so interesting. The history of swords is amazing, especially how we like have a skewed perception of swords. They were not the dominant weapon on the battlefield, despite what a lot of shows and stuff will show you. Spears were by a lot. Thoughts on Attack on Titan season 4? We already got this question, B, but it's great. Probably the best season so far. I'm really liking it. Can I just use this time to say that not enough dark fantasy series highly touted around here? I mean, I love me some grimdark, i.e. First Law for the win. Wait, okay. But where's the next Buffy or Underworld franchise with great writing? Wait, can I just use this time to say there's not enough dark fantasy series highly touted around here? I mean, I love me some grimdark. Oh, dark fantasy is different than grimdark. Sorry, I was conflating the two. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I know Supernatural is something a lot of those people like to have the same overlap with. I need to try Supernatural and review it here on the channel. I don't know. I can't really answer that, but it's a good question. It's a good thing raised. I mean, the best like dark fantasy thing I've been enjoying recently is Stranger Things, but I don't think a lot of people would kind of put that in the same vein because it's more sci-fi, minimalist kind of stuff. That's a tricky one. I don't really know what I can tell you there. That one's tricky. Hold up. Song of Ice and Fire, Wheel of Time, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. Yay, Brad. I don't know why that's just coming through now, but cool. Let's see. Did I miss a bunch? I'm afraid I missed a bunch. I think I got them all, actually. Did I get them all? I don't know. Hi, Daniel. Love the channel. Got me to Wheel of Time. Started last month. Currently working on book 3. Are you still New Spring after 5? No. Enough people have yelled at me about that. Now, New Spring after like 7. Sure. Sam's Frying Pan. I don't think he ever had eggs in it. Not at least in the shot. Maybe he did. I don't know. I only remember seeing sausages because, obvious reasons. Please watch Supernatural. Ellen, I might give it a go. Do you guys want a WandaVision review? Would you like that? I feel like it's a little bit too outside my wheelhouse. Bring back book slaps. I got you, man. That was harder than I meant it to be. Oh, my ear's ringing. Okay. I hope I satisfied you, Connor. Oh, my Lord. All right. Did we ever see potatoes in the pan? We asked the big questions here on the channel. Were there ever potatoes in the pan? I don't know. You've never watched No, I did give it a go a long time ago. I just never really gave it a committed go. And I don't like counting things unless I give them like a committed go, because then I end up saying like, I did it. And people are like, did you really? And I'm like, not really. You know what I mean? So potatoes. Daniel, you are handsome. That's something I do not believe. They jacked up my hair. I went to a barber. They jacked up my hair and brought it way too high, and they made it uneven on top, like really uneven on top. That's why my hair's looked more combed than recently, because I've been trying to hide it. So I went to another barber and was like, can you fix this? And they were like, sure. And they brought it even higher, which maybe they had to do to compensate. But now it's even like more uneven in some ways, and it looks like a unicorn when I wake up. My hair's like doing this, which it's never done before. I hate my hair right now. Anyway, WandaVision review, yes. Okay, people want me to do one. I will do a WandaVision review. So I'm going to wait for it to be over, though. I want my full contextual thoughts and like go through the whole journey of watching it with you guys. Thank you, Tom VT TV. I appreciate you. WandaVision's very good. No spoilers. I will ban immediately for spoiling WandaVision. No second chances there. There's a lot of information revealed. I will not let people spoil anything. No, immediate ban. Like, no joke. Like, I do not want to be that channel. I'm hoping my book will ship to other countries, but I know for sure the ebook will be available for wide distribution. So at least you'll be able to do the ebook, and definitely the audiobook as well. I am one. I don't believe you, because I don't think a 1-year-old could type that. All right, let's see. Yes, but unicorns are superior fantasy creatures. I don't know what this is in reference to, but unicorns are very dope, and they need to be in more fantasy series. I really do believe that. Dane Wortley, 5. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Daniel, have you read Wheel of Time? I recommend it. I've not. I've read The Wheel of Time, but I've not read Wheel of Time. I'm going to be that jerk. Just so you know, I love everything about this channel. Oh, thank you so much. I'm probably just too sarcastic is all. Oh, no, you're fine. You're totally fine, man. Jonathan, you're one of my favorite people I see reappearing here. You're wonderful. Don't worry about it. I follow you on Instagram. I'm pretty sure. You're good. Yes, I have followed some of my followers. Hey, Daniel, big fan. You got me back into reading fantasy. Do you recommend reading The Wheel of Time back to back or other books in between? I've reread it so many times. I just can like binge it all at once and I'm fine. But some in between is also totally acceptable. And I can definitely imagine first time through when it's all kind of tricky to like keep straight. Some palate cleansers, not a problem to do. I'd like to recommend the Locked Home series for LGBTQ and dark sci-fi fantasy. That's on my TBR. I think I have the books. Yeah, someone sent me those a while ago. They're on my TBR and they're higher than you'd expect. But that's, wait, hold up. Am I thinking of the right thing? Hold up. Let me make sure I'm thinking of the right thing. Oh, yeah, I've read the first 2 of those. Yeah, sorry, I was thinking of a different series. The Locked Tomb, I've read the first 2 of, and yeah, there's wonderful romance in those. I wouldn't put them in my favorites, but definitely very, very good. I was thinking of Locked Tomb is Gideon the Ninth, Terror of the Ninth. I was thinking Locked Tomb was, oh my God, what's the author's name? I can see your face. Another female author is series that now I can't remember. But I've read Locked Tomb, Tom TV. Check out my reviews. I was very positive on both. Let's see. Thank you for all you do. Your concept helped me get through all the struggles I had in 2020. Oh, thank you. On top of that, COVID, so thanks, and keep being the amazing goblin. Well, you are welcome as a goblin, my friend, Aaron. And yeah, I appreciate you saying that. I try and help as many people as I can here. Dragons are best. Are they, though? I like Leviathans. I'm a Leviathans guy, so I don't know. It's a bold claim you have there, my friend. It's a bold, bold claim. Super sticker. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I can't see it though. Thank you so much for the buck. I appreciate it. M Van 15. Jonathan D. McDonald was Stephen King's biggest influence, and after that, Don Robertson. He mentioned Shogun in an old interview. Oh, old school stuff. Cheers. Thank you, Brian. Brian. I don't know. That's really cool. I'll definitely add that. I'll look for Shogun because it's being mentioned a couple times here, and see if I can shuffle it in the infinite list. Oh Lord. Okay. I read Jade City and Neuromancer on recommendation. Thank you for that, my dude. I just put mine in there. Now I'm just waiting to start the Empire trilogy on mine. Oh, wait. Now I'm just waiting for you to start the Empire trilogy on mine. Oh, maybe. You can take credit if it happens. Daniel, any plans to cover the Rincewind novels? Not right now. Love your work. Which is your favorite Cosmere novella? Oh, God. Can I even remember the novellas off the top? It's the one I have. Can I say Edge Dancer? Can I just say Edge Dancer and we move on? Because I'm bad at keeping them all straight. Cosmere is a lot. Daniel Boy. Hi. Hello back to you. Watch the Shogun miniseries. That's a possibility. Okay. No. Okay, hold up. I need to go back to this. My favorite Cosmere novella is The Emperor's Soul. I need to clarify. It is The Emperor's Soul. I really do love The Emperor's Soul. That is my favorite Cosmere novella. Moving on. Highly recommended The Laundry Files. It's Lovecraft horror mixed with British office politics and humor. That actually sounds wonderful. The Laundry Files. All right. Okay. Not Secret History. No. Okay, Secret History is great, but I do prefer The Emperor's Soul. I really do. Secret History is badass, but The Emperor's Soul just had more sustenance to it, in my opinion. Enough recommendations, guys. Let's chill the recommendations. I love the super chats. I love the engagement. Trust me, it's wonderful for me, but I can't promise all these things. I can't keep them all straight. I love you, but I'd love to just interact with any other way you like. I don't know if I sound sad saying that. But how about a poll? Okay. I've seen a big uptick in people asking, when is Please Dear God Don't Be a Bomb going to come back? Please Dear God Don't Be a Bomb. Cheers from Europe. Cheers back to you. Bam. Please Dear God Don't Be a Bomb will be back once I am vaccinated, which is not me saying like I need to be a priority. No, I do not. I don't need to leave my house for my work or anything, but me doing that does require me going out, interacting with a lot of people and doing stuff like that. So I need to make sure I'm safe first. And I also, once I'm vaccinated, I know a relatively high percentage of people are going to be vaccinated because I'm like really low on the list. So once that is done, then it will start back up and we can do it. It's just going to be very difficult to manage because there's a lot more of you now. And I'm afraid of how many packages could come in, like very afraid. We'll see how that goes. Have you seen Attack on Titan Levi spinoff, 2 episodes focusing on Levi's backstory before he joined the Scouts? Where can I watch that? Was that something I missed in season 4 or like a new thing? What is that? How can I find that? I haven't. If I missed something, okay, I need clarification. I graduated college today. Congratulations, John Johns. I wrote about superheroes and trauma, and it was rated A. Awesome. Thanks for inspiring me, Daniel. That's so cool, John Johns. Awesome. Congratulations. I would assume your degree is in something writing related from what you just said. All right, people have to be answering the Levi. Levi's backstory's been out before season 2. Okay, so I need to go looking for that. Is it available online? I've been watching through a streaming service, so I don't know if they've like shuffled that in with the episodes or not, because I don't remember. Maybe it was episodes I'm just forgetting. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Does drama around a series put you off, i.e. Star Wars, or are you able to enjoy it and avoid the drama? It depends how loud it is. I mean, sometimes the drama literally starts affecting like the actual material because you find out like horrible things about how it was made and like that's not fun. In general, I can generally ignore stuff from my review, but I'll often add caveats. So like, hey, there was horrible stuff behind the scenes with this or whatever, and keep that in mind going forward. But I do separate it out from my actual grading. There's never going to be anything that affects the end grading because I try to judge everything by the final product. I just don't want to ever not mention the fact that there could be awful things. Now, in terms of just like fan outrage, like Star Wars stuff, that's pretty easy to tune out unless it's my comment sections. Then it gets difficult. But you know, that is what it is. And usually my audience is very great about not buying into that kind of stuff. Hello from Dallas. Hi, back to Dallas. So glad I found you when quarantine started. Well, I'm very happy to hear that. And thank you. I hope I've been able to get you some good books. Mrs. Johnson. Miss Johnson, Mira Johnson. I think I said that right. Good. Glad. And I want everyone to read more. Dallas is also a very nice city. I've never been, and I've never heard much, but I'm going to compliment your city. Okay. I think it was in season 3. Okay, I'm confused now. Let's see. Hey, Daniel, have you ever read The Bulgarian? Yes, I've read The Bulgarian. No, I've not read the second one by David Eddings. What do you think of it? The Bulgarian was very standard fantasy. Very standard. I feel like it was probably better in its time. I found it to be a little too standard now. But otherwise, it was solid. There's no like... Tim just messaged me telling me, no, he's finished Ready Player One. Tim, if you're watching, good. Don't go on to the second. Okay. I'm not going to tell you his thoughts on Ready Player One. That's his to do at his own convenience. That was funny, though. Oh, that was funny. I need fantasy recommendations. I love First Law, Book of the Ancestor, and Lord of the Rings, of course. Got anything for me? Lord of the Rings, First Law, Book of the Ancestor. I would then move to, let me draw a through line. Book of the Ancestor, Lord of the Rings, First Law. I would push you on over to Red Rising. Actually, I think that's a pretty natural fit for a lot of what you got there for Book of the Ancestor and First Law. And Lord of the Rings, I don't take into account because like everyone loves Lord of the Rings. So, yeah. Any chance you can tell us what anime you have watched so we have a better idea what to recommend? Literally the ones that are reviewed in the channel. I mean, I watched Rurouni Kenshin when I was a kid, but I barely remember it. And I've watched some Naruto when I was very, very little, but I don't really remember it. So, yeah. Okay, let's do a poll. It's time for a poll. No more distractions. Ah! All right. I don't get my brain right now, but we're going to go on and create a poll. Okay. How do I create a new poll? There we go. I saw someone say movie scores. I feel like that's a good one. Which one is the best movie score? I'm afraid, though, people are going to be like, hey, what about... people are going to be like, oh, I'm not going to vote for my favorite score. I'm just going to vote for my favorite movie. And that, like, bothers me. That bothers me a little bit. So, All right. So I'm going to do best movie scores. But I'm a little upset. I'm just curious if the results are going to be skewed. Because there's some of the best fantasy movies don't have the best scores. And there's some underwhelming fantasy movies that have excellent scores. So, let's see. Fantasy score. All right, I'm going to say Lord of the Rings, obviously. Star Wars, duh. Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Carib. All right. Stellar. That's sci-fi. Well, we're including sci-fi. Why not? Stellar. Let's see. Annihilation. Ooh, good pick. I don't think that'll win, but good pick. I'm going to misspell a lot of this. Annihilation. Yeah. Narnia. Sure. I don't remember the score to those at all. Narnia. Hey, Daniel, reading Wheel of Time for the first time. Lovely. About to finish Eye of the World, and I'm loving it so far. Good, Jack. Good. You're brainwashed in your mind forever. Spirited Away. Good pick. Away. Jurassic Park. Another good pick. Very good pick. How to Train a Dragon. Sure. How to Train Your Dragon. Next one. All right. Black Panther. All right. Okay. Ooh, rant time. The best 2 soundtracks of recent superhero movies have been Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse and Black Panther because they trusted modern artists to make interesting stuff, and it worked. And they got a good composer to weave everything in and out, and brilliant. But they've not taken that and implemented it anywhere else. Why is Marvel, okay, they can look at Into the Spider-Verse, they can look at Black Panther and be like, those are the scores that everyone remembers, and everyone's like, hell yeah, those are the best superhero ones recently. Why don't they continue to trust fresh young artists to do that? They can just go back to the same stuff. Like, I love Endgame, I love Infinity War, scores are boring as hell. Like, I just was going to say it, like, they're boring scores. And so why don't they do something interesting and continue? I don't know. Just especially make one for every movie. You have billions and billions of dollars. Every artist would be willing to work with you. You got Kendrick Lamar before. You can get the modern pop stars, the modern rock stars, the modern whatever you want. And they just don't. They just don't. Just putting that out there. It makes me mad. I know some people do really like the Avengers scores, and that's fine. That's fine. I just don't. Wally for best score. Sure, I'll put Wally in there. I don't particularly remember that. I guess I do. Mandalorian. Sure. Spider-Verse. Sure. Spider-Verse. I guess we're doing shows. Mandalorian. Mando. Gonna put Mando. Harry Potter. Oh, I don't have Harry Potter yet. Okay. It's a good choice. It's a good suggestion. Sorry about the rant. I'm sorry about the random rant. Dark Crystal I'll put in there. Sorry I got heated. All right. Pirates of the Caribbean's on there. Battlestar Galactica. Sure, I'll put BG. We all know what that is. Attack on Titan. Sure. Why not? You know what? I liked One Piece. Let's open the anime doors. The weebs can come. They can put their suggestions. I've always pushed back, but you know what? It's open now. It's open season, guys. Put them on it. Put them on it. All right. All right. Okay. This is enough for now, though. This is enough. We got plenty. If we split it up too much, it becomes distracting and crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and share the poll. Copy the link. We're sharing the poll. Sharing the poll. The poll is finalized. No more suggestions, or I will fight you. I'll call my dad. He'll beat up your dad. Not really. My dad's still recovering from several surgeries. He's very good, though, by the way. He's recovering fantastically. So thank you guys who showed a lot of concern and asked about him, but he's doing wonderful. Got both his knees and his shoulder replaced, and he's already alive and kicking, doing great. Why is everyone texting me right now? Leave me alone. All right, I need to vote. Oh man, I didn't even think about this. All right, I will let you all watch me vote. Which is my favorite? That's hard. Lord of the Rings, great. Pirates of the Caribbean, super catchy, super great. Mando's interesting, but nowhere near a John Williams level. I think I'm gonna go Jurassic Park. I might go Jurassic Park. I'm just gonna put Jurassic Park. I'm not mad about that. I think that's fine. Let's look at the results. Interesting. Very interesting. I did not. Okay. Lord of the Rings has a great score. I don't think it's better than a couple of these. I think it's definitely top 3, top 5, maybe. But I'm just curious. I think it won. I'm not accusing you guys of nothing, but I think it won because it's just Lord of the Rings. It's a great score. It's a wonderful score. It's not the best of all of these, though, in my opinion, which I'm very, very willing to say I'm wrong. I've got the composer wrong in a recent skit. So, you can critique me. That's fine. I'm just saying, I think there's some better scores. All right. Oh, I'm actually kind of stuck in this chair right now. Okay. I need to push back. All right. All right. Okay. That's fine. All right. Let's go over these winners. Let's go over from the bottom to the top. Dark Crystal. Kind of saw that coming. Oh wait, I need to refresh this. Oh, did that change it much? Not really. I'll let it go for a minute. I'll put the poll in the chat again. Put the poll in the chat. Chat's in the poll. Polls in the chat. In the chat, it's where it's in the poll. The polls in the what? It's in the chat. Where'd my face go? It's behind the polls. My face is behind the poll. Where's the poll? It's in the chat. Bam. All right. It's in there. All right. So we're on the live refresh. We're at 466. A lot of you are voting. Appreciate that. Thank you. You're beautiful people. Tron Legacy would have easily won. If you like that, you like that. And I do too. So I largely agree with you, but I don't think it would have won. I think it's a very good score, though. I do like that, though. I don't know why I started like I don't. Interesting. 511. Okay, we're getting over half you have voted. So this is good. This is good. All right. So starting with Dark Crystal, only one vote for that one guy who suggested it. Very happy for you. Best score is what we're voting on. The guy just asked that. Wally, 2 votes. Battlestar Galactica, 6. Narnia, 6. Annihilation, 6. Black Panther, 10. Mando, 11. Jurassic Park, 24. How to Train Your Dragon, 28. Spider-Verse, 30. Spirited Away, 30. Harry Potter, 31. Interstellar, 32. Attack on Titan, 34. A lot of love for the Attack on Titan soundtrack. Oof. Oh, half is 600. We do have more people here than I thought. Wow. Star Wars coming in with 70. I thought Star Wars might have taken it because Star Wars score, Duel of the Fates, Imperial March, Vader's theme, Luke's theme, just absolutely exquisite. But yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. This I'm glad this is so high. I don't think the Pirates of the Caribbean movies are exceptional. I think a couple of them are good, but the music to it, sensational. So I'm glad this is high enough. We're recognizing real here. And Lord of the Rings with over 166 votes, a big old chunk of that. Look at this. Look at that big old chunk right there. That's a big old chunk. But yeah, curious. We've been going for over an hour and 20, guys. My throat is dead. I need to go. I must leave you now. I love you. No. Let me get as close to my face as you can. I love you. We will be together again. Soundtracks and scores are not the same thing. That's true. That's true. But they also can blend the soundtrack into the score and do all kinds of stuff like that. And I think that's what adds flair to those movies' scores. But I will see you soon. We will be together again one day. But it is not this day. How abruptly. But did you think he'd be back after accidentally hitting the wrong button? No, you did not. Well, he is. But how abruptly will it end?